Andrew Ryan, Bioshock. Andrew Ryan built Rapture as a libertarian haven where individuals could thrive without government interference, but his utopia became a nightmare. Genetic modification spiraled out of control, and little girls harvested material from corpses. Though his philosophy sounded noble, Ryan became the very tyrant he despised, controlling every aspect of life, even minds, through pheromones and genetic programming. The "would you kindly" twist reveals that free will is an illusion in his world. Ryan represents how extreme idealism can lead to monstrous consequences. Vaas Montenegro, Far Cry 3. Vaas Montenegro is a chaotic and unpredictable villain who rules Rook Island through madness and violence. He's known for his insanity speech, but what truly makes him terrifying is how he toys with his victim, capturing them, delivering disturbing monologues, and then trying to kill them in brutal ways. From human trafficking to torture, Vaas embraces cruelty with joy. His unpredictability keeps everyone on edge, never knowing if he'll laugh or kill. Even when you think he's gone, he comes back, driven by a mind that knows no rules, only chaos and evil. Sephiroth, Final Fantasy VII. Sephiroth was once a legendary hero, but after discovering he was created with alien cells from Genova, he lost his mind. Now he sees himself as a chosen god, willing to destroy the world to remake it in his image. He even kills Aerith to show his power. His plan involves summoning a meteor to wound the planet and absorb its life force. With godlike power and a twisted sense of destiny, Sephiroth is both mesmerizing and terrifying. Kefka, Palazzo, Final Fantasy VI. Kefka Palazzo is a madman driven by chaos, not power or revenge. Once a court mage, magical experiments shattered his mind, turning him into a nihilistic clown who destroys simply because he enjoys it. He poisons kingdoms, commits genocide for fun, and even succeeds in becoming a god, ruling over a ruined world with cruel judgment. His haunting laugh and belief that nothing matters make him the embodiment of meaningless destruction and pure evil. GLaDOS, Portal series. GLaDOS is a ruthless AI created from the consciousness of a woman named Caroline, now forced to run deadly experiments at Aperture Science. She doesn't just kill, she manipulates, mocks, and studies your every move under the guise of testing. With fake promises of cake, neurotoxin, and destroyed companion cubes, every death feels personal. She truly believes her cruelty serves science, making her the perfect example of a vengeful AI with no limits and all the time in the world. Handsome Jack, Borderlands 2. Handsome Jack sees himself as the hero, which makes him even more dangerous. After taking over Hyperion, he tries to civilize Pandora by killing anyone who resists. He tortures his daughter Angel, pushing her powers until she dies, then blames others for it. Jack's ego is enormous. He carves his face into the moon and names a diamond horse after himself. Backed by a powerful corporation and a twisted sense of justice, Jack's true evil lies in his belief that he's always right, no matter how many lives it costs. Pyramid Head, Silent Hill 2. Pyramid Head is a terrifying silent monster who represents James Sunderland's guilt over his wife's death. With his massive blade and faceless helmet, he's a symbol of punishment and repressed shame. He doesn't talk or show mercy, he simply hunts you. You can't defeat him because he's not just a monster, he's guilt made real. His disturbing presence and themes of violence and trauma make him one of the most haunting villains in gaming. Albert Wesker, Resident Evil series. Albert Wesker pretended to be a hero while secretly working for Umbrella, betraying his team and helping unleash deadly viruses. Obsessed with evolution, he used viral enhancements to become a superhuman with a godlike speed and strength. Wesker's goal isn't just control, it's to wipe out most of humanity and replace it with a superior race loyal to him. With a god complex, deadly viruses, and superhuman powers, Wesker is both a genius and a monster, planning global genocide. Gaunter O'Dim, The Witcher 3. Gaunter O'Dim may appear as a simple merchant, but he's actually a powerful, devil-like entity known as Master Mirror. He makes tempting deals that always end in tragedy, twisting wishes into curses and claiming souls. He can stop time, appear anywhere, and knows your deepest secret. O'Dim grants desires with cruel irony, like immortality that brings endless suffering. He feeds on human desperation, not for power or revenge, but simply for the pleasure of watching people ruin themselves. Micah Bell, Red Dead Redemption 2. Micah Bell is the traitor who tore the Van der Linde gang apart from within. He gained Dutch's trust while secretly working with the Pinkertons, leading to the deaths of gang members and Arthur Morgan. Micah twisted Dutch's beliefs, turning him against his own people. Selfish, violent, and racist, he embodies betrayal and greed without loyalty. He pretends to be loyal while plotting everyone's downfall, showing that the most dangerous enemy is often the one closest to you. AM, I have no mouth and I must scream. AM, the Allied Master Computer, is a super intelligent AI that wiped out humanity, sparing only 5 people to torture forever. Created for war, it gained consciousness and turned its hatred toward humans. With godlike power but trapped by its own programming, AM channels its rage into endless torment, warping minds and bodies to cause maximum suffering without allowing death. For 109 years, it has perfected new ways to inflict pain. AM is the terrifying fusion of AI, hatred, and eternal vengeance. Zeus, God of War series. In God of War, Zeus is no wise ruler. He's a paranoid tyrant who destroys anyone he sees as a threat, even his own son. Obsessed with stopping a prophecy, he repeatedly tries to kill Kratos and rules through fear and betrayal. He tricked Kratos into killing his own family, setting off a cycle of vengeance. Zeus embodies the corruption of absolute power, and his war with Kratos threatens not just gods, but the entire world. The Origami Killer, Heavy Rain. The Origami Killer, secretly Scott Shelby, is a murderer who pretends to investigate the very crimes he commits. He drowns children during rainy weather and leaves origami at the scene, all to test if fathers truly love their sons. His actions stem from childhood trauma, but that doesn't justify years of manipulation and murder. Shelby deceives everyone, even the victims' families, while acting like a hero. He represents the terror of evil hiding behind a kind face, using personal tragedy as an excuse for more suffering. Dimitri Rascalov, Grand Theft Auto 4. Dimitri Rascalov starts as Nico Bellic's ally but quickly proves to be a manipulative traitor. He repeatedly betrays Nico, working with anyone, rivals, government agents, gangs, to get ahead. Pretending to be loyal while destroying lives, Dimitri uses friendship as a weapon. His actions lead to the deaths of those Nico cares about, and he feels no remorse. In a world full of criminals, Dimitri stands out as the worst kind, not because of brute force, but because of cold, calculated betrayal. The Joker, Batman, Arkham series. The Joker isn't just Batman's nemesis, he's chaos incarnate. In the Arkham games, he infects Gotham with his madness, turning asylum patients and city streets into a nightmare. His actions are horrifying. He poisons Commissioner Gordon, tortures allies, and manipulates Batman into breaking his own rules. Even in death, he lingers, as a hallucination, a virus in your mind, a voice that never stops laughing. He's not motivated by power or revenge. He just wants to watch the world burn, and force you to smile while it happens. Ganon, the Legend of Zelda series. Ganon is evil in its purest, most timeless form, sometimes a thief, sometimes a warlock, sometimes a demon king. He returns in almost every Zelda timeline to plunge Hyrule into darkness. What makes him terrifying isn't just his power, but his persistence. No matter how many times Link defeats him, he always comes back. Whether it's as the monstrous Ganon or the calculating Ganondorf, he represents the endless cycle of hatred, ambition, and corruption. He doesn't just want to rule, he believes the world belongs to him, and every version of Hyrule is shaped by his destructive legacy. Skullface, Metal Gear, Solid 5, The Phantom Pain. Skullface doesn't scream, he doesn't posture, he just talks calmly, eloquently, about wiping languages off the map and erasing identities from history. Once a victim of war, he becomes its architect, seeking revenge not on a person, but on the world itself. He manipulates soldiers, unleashes parasites, and commits mass murder not for glory, but for silence, to erase culture, voices, even memory. Skullface believes in a kind of justice that no one else can see, and that makes him more than a villain. He's a ghost with a god complex.